Hello everybody. Today I have a long overdue video for you. This is the November 2020 Tomicas. I know we're almost at November 2021, like a couple months away. We're close. But yeah, I've been slacking on all sorts of videos. I mean, I got piles of cars to the right of me that are like new Hot Wheels Matchbox I found in the stores, like dating back to July. Not July, but January. Yeah, I buy more cars than I can pump out in a video, and I have to make up for that at some point because I like to show everything and give my honest thoughts on everything. So this is the November Tomica video that is totally outdated at this point. And I'm starting to do the new ones on time, but I still got to catch up on some older ones. So, besides this, these were the 3 new Tomicas released in November 2020. This one got discontinued, obviously the same number as the Mazda. The Mazda discontinued the Daihatsu. I don't have the old number 36 because it's a motorcycle. That was number 36 before the Rocky came around. And yeah, I don't collect motorcycles, so I don't have it here. So we will start then with the Rocky, I guess, since we don't have the other car. The Daihatsu Rocky, this is number 36. Scale is 161. It says suspension down there. Of course, the box is just typical Tomica. We don't get any of that on the American package. But I already have it out here. Gotta just wipe it down, clean it up. They've been sitting waiting for this video. Here is the Rocky. So we have lensed headlights. We got an inserted plastic grille. We got painted flat black grills here. This grill at the bottom is part of the base. Very nice metal flake red. Standard Tomica button wheels. My computer. Oh, I just closed out the tab. I don't know. I don't need the computer anymore, do I? Just log that off. But standard button Tomica wheels. We have flat black on the post here and around the door trims, and then a metal flake black above. We got a little spoiler here, little antenna. The taillights are painted red, it's just hard to tell. But you can see how the body paint is a metal flake red, and the taillights are just a gloss black, or gloss red. Rocky logo, Daihatsu on the lift up for the tailgate. More black vents, which are probably fake. They're most likely fake. Is that the exhaust under there? Yeah, I do really like the paint job on this one, and especially the Mazda. We can get standard suspension. So there is your Rocky. We're gonna park it up there. We still zoomed in, we are. Next, we'll first take a look at the Daihatsu Cast. So the Daihatsu Cast debuted 2016. It debuted, so it hasn't been around for that long, but I guess they're sick of it. They gave it a pretty big box, though. It's the Daihatsu Cast. There's the box. Here is the model. Now, I literally bought this the same time I got the November Tomicas. I wanted to get it just before the prices go up. They bump up. Here's your Daihatsu Cast. We have like multiple different colors here going on. We'll take a look at you can see right off the bat that metal flake green, which is amazing. Love it. very minimum details on the headlights, just painted silver. The grille is inserted, Daihatsu grille. These grills are painted like a metal flake silver, gunmetal silver maybe. Base tries to mimic that, but you can see where the base connects right around that edge there. The base connects there. Standard button Tomica wheels, or Tomica button wheels with suspension. There's that gunmetal silver again. We have black trim around the windows. All gloss this time, no flat. The roof is a gloss finish, but it kind of like feels flat, but it is gloss. Just like this. This silver feels like it's matte, but it's actually gloss, it shines. There's your back end. Taillights are also minimally painted. They didn't paint the Daihatsu logo, which is odd, but they did do the trim around here and the Cast logo right there. Window in the back is blacked out, so that means it opens. Well, not all the time, but most of the time. And you can see in the side, the trunk here, it's the same color as the outside, but it's not metal flake. It's just a standard gloss green. You can see the metal flake out here, but it's just gloss in there and on the inside. It's kind of weird. Overall, it's pretty nice. This one's got decent suspension. But yeah, you can see how they're starting to phase out the opening parts. It might be a rivet thing that they have to put the rivets so far up. But you can see how they have clear windows in the back now. And next, the Mazda III. Now, this was supposed to come out with the Matchbox Mazda III, ironically. The Matchbox Mazda III was slated for November, December 2020, and it was delayed. And it is supposed to be coming out in August, the Matchbox Mazda III, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be part of the Mix 6 from Matchbox, which I'm excited. There's going to be a big Mazda presence with the Mazda 3 and the CX-5 that we haven't seen since 2018. So the CX-5 has had its hiatus, but it is back now. Of course, we're talking Tomica here, so let's get back to that. But, you know, I love the artwork on the boxes, too, because it's like, sometimes, it's not the real car, but it's like a render of the real car. Like, I think they take a picture of the real car, and then they just, like, animate it a little bit. Like, they edit the photo of the real car. I don't know. But here's the Tomica Mazda 3, and it sets the bar high for Matchbox for this price range. So we'll see if Matchbox can even come close to it. I know that Mazda was complaining about the wheels that Matchbox used on it. It'd be cool if they just created a whole new wheel just for the Mazda 3. Because, fun fact, that is where the 5-spoke wheels came from. Oh, never mind. They've been around. I thought someone said that the Matchbox created those 5-spoke wheels because of the Mazda Miata. But now that I think about it, they've been around since like 2012, so I don't think that's valid information. But we'll get back to the Tomicas. We keep getting off track talking about Matchbox. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, that's my name, but we're here to look at all brands and also put Tomica high above them. But we got plastic inserted grille, black trim around the grille. Headlights are tampoed in. They got it pretty good in there. I'm worried about the Matchbox, like, being like the, and here we go back to Matchbox, but like, because the front end of the Mazda 3 is like the Civic, where the headlights are kind of like, indented in there a little bit. And Matchbox couldn't fully detail the Civic's headlights, so I hope they can do the Mazdas, but we'll see where that goes. Come around, the beautiful, beautiful metal flake red Mazda paint. They use this on all the Mazdas too. If I don't have all the Mazdas with me, I have one right here. The CX-5. Use the same exact paint. gorgeous, gorgeous. We have chrome trim on the bottom of the window, and then flat black trim going up. They even got all like the indents in the body work, like, because the Mazda 3 is a very sleek car. It looks, as Donut Media calls it, slippery. Well, James slippery, but and it is. It's got that very sleek, smooth style, and I like it. There's the tail lights. They have indentations for the tail lights, which is interesting. Gives it an interesting look. They are painted. You can tell a little clearly here because this red is much darker. You can tell that they're painted. There's the Mazda logo on the back, Mazda 3. That's part of the base there. And there's the top lip spoiler. I think Tomica did a killer job on this. There's your suspension. This is probably one of my favorite castings for Tomica of the modern era. I love all the older stuff that they did. But, you know, with the modern cars, I mean, scaling gets a little iffy. We saw that with the Nissan Kicks and how much I hate that. But everything is perfect about that, and I love it. Speaking of perfect, here we have the Sileighty. Now, you realize I don't put Nissan Sileighty because the Sileighty is not an actual car from Nissan. It's a custom. It takes... Here, you know what? We'll get a visual representation. It takes the front end of a Nissan Silvia and puts it on the body of a Nissan 180. That's how you get Sileighty. You combine the words. And that's what people did. Because... Oh, God. Because at the time... The S13 phased out. The S13 phased out the 180s. The 180s were discontinued, and the S13 took its place. So when people were driving the toll gate, and they would wreck their 180s, they would buy Silvia parts to replace the front ends, or sometimes even the back ends. We get 1Vias. Because Silvia parts were cheaper. You know, and of course nowadays it's flip-flopped. These are more valuable than these. So these are going to be more expensive now. But back then, when that died off, that took its place. And that being more produced than this, these parts became easier to find and cheaper. I wish that's how it was now, but, you know, we got to deal with drift tax. But that is how Sileighty's came about. And here's how Tomica did it. So yeah, they don't say Nissan Sileighty or anything. It's just Sileighty because it's a custom car. And I don't know if Initial D came up with the term, but it's obviously replicating the one from Initial D. The color, the wheels, the spoiler, it's all replicated from Initial D. Infinites. But we'll take a look at the details here. Starting off on the front. Now, it's interesting they didn't put Silvia on the grill. Because I think the one Initial D had it. Maybe it didn't. Maybe they just left it out of the animations because it's just an extra detail they didn't want to put in. But you got headlights looking good. Turn signals. Marker lights. Well, turn signals and marker lights, the two of them. So grills down there. Probably for optional fog lights. There's another grill. There is your lace wheels. It does have suspension. It's pretty stiff, though. Doors open. There's your interior. You can see that handbrake sticking up. The metal dashboard. It does have the 180 logo. The 180SX. The rear windows. There's your painted exhaust. All Tomica Premium have the painted exhaust. Taillights are inserted, and so is the bar in between them, but they just color match that really well. You see the 180SX Nissan. This is a great replica of the Initial D car, even though nothing on the box says Initial D. There you have it. That is a great release from Tomica of November. 2020. There's some there's some better releases coming. But for now, this is the best that I've covered. Well, yeah, I'd say that. I'm excited for September. You know, the Bugatti. No, of course, I'm not excited for the Bugatti. It's the Toyota Hilux and the Toyota Celsior that I want. But anyway, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts on these cars. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care.